good morning. Sorry, Cat from Thailand. How are you doing? True Blue Thai here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's 1 Thao here in Thailand for Saturday morning here in Thailand. Partner's just popped off to the work. Yay. So, peace and quiet. Anyway, so yeah, it's the start of the Club World Cup here in what's it called? So the game, the competition, and what's it called? Which I'm looking forward to. I'll tell you the reason why. Apart from Man City playing, but yeah. So for instance, just stopped raining here in Thailand, so I'm always looking that way because I've got the door open. So yeah, it's stopped raining. It's got a cloudy morning, very cool. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you can really feel the heat has not disappeared. You know, kind of like I only sweat from here. What's it called? You know, because I'm acclimatized to the weather. So, so I don't. But I could not feel the heat, especially over the last few days. You know, because we are in the winter season, the rainy season here in Thailand. But it hasn't rained for the last few days, etc. And the temperature's gone back up, 36, 37, feel that temperature. And so for instance, it feels really weird. And so it's really weird, you know, not to feel like the heat on you. So I love the heat regardless. That's one of the reasons why I came here, not because of anything in Thai. It's one of the reasons why I came here, because I love hot weather and I love being hot. So if I don't have air conditioning, I don't want it, don't care. We can live in a hot country. Suck it up, you know. Don't sit there and it's tell you that. I've seen for Lancaster, but Britain they're great because you're having a bit of hot weather at the moment. Talking about air conditioning in your cars in 23 degrees. Oh god, it's so hilariously funny. Listen to it all. Oh god, honestly, when you lot come over to Thailand, oh my god, it's hilarious. Hi, sorry, I shouldn't joke really, but it's so hilariously funny. You know, and what do you expect when you come to a hot country? You know, and I didn't realise Thailand was this hot. You know, what do you expect? Oh my god, honestly. So anyway, never mind. Let's move on. So, news. So, for instance, big news. I say Club World Cup starts today. I'm just going to pop on why I'm happy about the Club World Cup starting, and it is a bit skew-whiffed. It's a bit different, and but because yes, I worry about the players' health, safety, fatigue, and injuries. Boom, that's the negative. The plus is the fact that we're going to have a proper pre-season, as you could call it, even though it's on the arse end of the thing. It should have been after the players have had a rest and they come back and then, you know. But now they're going to have a rest after before they start the Premier League season. So what's it called? But it is an end of, so you could say post-match, post-season, pre-season, whatever. But it's a proper tournament. And I'd rather watch this than some stupid friendly where Man City's going on a promotional store of God knows here, where, nowhere else. Okay, it's always good. It's good for the club, but you can clearly feel that, for instance, it's a dead game. What's it called? But where this is going to be a lot more competitive. I know the Europeans are a bit more about it. What's it called? But this is a Club World Cup. And it's every 4 years, which also gives it credit. If it was every year, I wouldn't be as on board it as I am. But also, for instance, it's also going to be very competitive, and these teams are in it are going to be competitive regardless of. And if you're Nedamanu, I just said, if you don't show up, you'll be found out. So, for instance, we're like the Real Madrid, PSG, City, Chelsea. If we're on our game, because these teams are going to show up. Right, these teams are going to show up. Unlike the World Cup, these teams are. This is their chance to shine. So a lot of these South American teams, a lot of these teams are going to show up. So, for instance, if we're not on it, so for instance, we could have a big shock. And I'd rather watch this than watch any particular England game against Senegal or whatever you call it, Albania or what they call it, Andorra. Give me a break. Would you want to be watching that again at the times? Now, for me, the first game starts at 11 p.m. The second game starts at 8 a.m., which is brilliant. So, for instance, but I know you whining Brits are moaning about the fact that you have a 2 a.m. start on one of your games, etc. Suck it up. This is what I do every time I watch a Premier League game. Starts at 8 p.m. It's a 2 a.m. start for me. So it's just what it is. But I think overall, it'll be a good competition. I think it will be I think like, again, not every game is going to be electric, just like the World Cup, just like any particular tournament. But I do believe, for instance, it will catch on, and the eyes of the world are watching it, regardless of what people are talking about and empty seats. I think they said the same thing about Qatar, say everything like that. There's always this negative. So anyway, so I'm up for the Club World Cup regardless, and I also was going to want my team to win, and we're taking out a good strong squad, and I want to see how the players adapt again, because this will be a pre-lock exit to the Premier League season and how we're going to go. So get on board with it, unless I just don't get it. It's negativity. Anyway, right. So let's move on from there. So the good big news wasn't the fact that Don Hutchinson has been schooled by Ned Manua and by a French guy, I forget his name, and by Dan Thomas again for his comments and his stupid comments, and he can still talk about his nonsense comments about, and he's backtracking against United and if United had got this guy, honestly, this guy talks so much waffle, it's unbelievable. His last day at ESPN, thank God for that. He's just waffle, it really is, and backtracking, and he got pretty upset with Dan Thomas, which is good, and I'm so, because, you've got to be called out for talking waffle. And, big up to Dan Thomas on ESPN. And, Nedum, I thought you were a bit easy on him. You should have gone a bit farther on him. And, so for instance, again, he's too nice, Nedum. Come on, Nedum, you need to be more harder against this son of a bitch. And Jules, the French guy, talking about when he insulted Cherki. So but it's good. It's good to see that Don Hutchinson got put to where he is, and having his top 5, Man City 3rd against Arsenal. I thought it was a weak thing to say, and also to say that Spurs are going to be in the top, beat Aston Villa. I just don't get it. I really don't. Sorry, I'm just not buying it at all. And for instance, we'll see this mercenary, what was it called, Mbaba, whatever you call it, from United, who was going to go from Brentford to United for the £250,000 a week. Okay, by United standards, whoa. And then, but he pays that. Frank has now gone to Spurs. Now is he going to take £125,000 a week, but play in the Champions League and play for Spurs, or is he going to be a mercenary and go to United? This Obama, whatever it's called is. Okay, let's see what side his butter is bread. So, for instance, he's going for the money to play against a crap team, or is he going to go to play with his former manager and get £125,000 a week and get in the play in the Champions League? Let's have a look. Let's see. Anyway, let's see. I'll keep a close eye on that one. Right, guys. Okay, shut up, you. Now, what's it called? The biggest thing was the ticket pricing. The ticket pricing, let me just get my details, came out, what's it called? When congratulations to Manchester City, and congratulations to City Matters. Okay, it's another step forward in the ticket pricing saga. For instance, in the prices, they had a step through update on the ticket pricing, which is momentum. I'm sorry, it is momentum. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, blah, blah, blah. In negotiations, you're never going to get everything. So, and the fact is, but the mere fact that they are negotiating, the fact that they are listening, and the fact that they do care, or they show they care, that, for instance, and Cardi and I probably got involved, that fact that the club does care shows incredibly, something about the club. And, and City Masters have come out and said, yes, happy. 1894, a bit cautious, said there's more work to be done, which there is, but it doesn't say it's the end of the matter. But it's the mere fact that, for instance, we've actually had a reduction up to 43% in match day tickets, etc., as well as the freeze of the season cards. And people are going to say, well, where's the new season tickets? Okay, let's go step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. What do you want? Chickens. Anyway, so for instance, and so let me just go through it a little bit. For the 25-26 Premier League season, and all adult season citizens match day members, general admission match day match by match ticket prices will fall within a range of £30 to £60. The price of each match day match will vary depending on the fixtures, with matches split across 3 different categories. For adults, the lower category matches will range from £30 to £50, depending on the seat location, while the highest category matches will be between £40 to £60. These prices represent a comparison that to last season by the way of an example of the Manchester Derby. The lowest price adult ticket has been reduced by 43%, while the highest price ticket has been reduced by 22%. Season cards will not increase in price for 25-26 season, which will continue to offer the lowest prices on by match-to-match basis. Right. Okay. And then it goes on. So, but regardless of what people are saying, and no, it's not perfect, and we'll still talk about new season cards as a step in the right direction. And I credit the club for doing that and for listening that and saying that. So, for instance, I'm really, really happy. And the mere fact that City Matters put out a statement confirming that. Saying City Matters warmly welcome this announcement from the club, making match day attendances more accessible and ensure a vibrant atmosphere at the Etihad. Throughout the dialogue with the club, the match day pricing reduction, season ticket prices freeze, release of the new season tickets and FlexiGold season cards the adjustment highlights the value of the fans' voice of the City Matters. This announcement shows the club's commitment to City Matters and the positive end to this season and our working relationship. City Matters look forward to continuing engagement and transparency with the club to achieve our shared ambitions for the club, which is brilliant. Which is actually, what more can you say? That's the positive view from City Matters. 1894, the welcome reduction in matchday prices, a definite step in the right direction and a proof, and to all fans that can make a difference. We will continue to survey and our opinions. Other big issues still remain unsolved. However, well done to all concerned. Excellent. So that is what you want to hear. So yeah, absolutely delighted by that. So for instance, that really helped. For instance, that's really good going forward. Again, there's still things about season cards. This what's it called? Whatever. There's still issues, but again, it's still a step in the right direction, and it's brilliant because unlike across the way in Salford, Sir Jim. For instance, I don't think he's getting the Scruffy Jim. He's getting the rags, regardless of their black protest, their yellow and green protest, or we're the biggest club in the world, crap, etc. They're not getting this response from Sir Jim, Scruffy Jim, and the Glazers. They're getting the old quick two fingers, and we'll do what we want. And so, regardless of how much the media like to participate, the United stand. They're getting nothing, they're getting nowhere, where my club, Manchester City Football Club, is listening to its fans. So big up to the Manchester Claudio Mubarak, the Man City fans, FC, and Abu Dhabi United Group, His Royal Highness, and City Matters 1894, in this hell. So, anyway, so let's move on. City are based at Linton University, Boca Raton. Step forward. It was the Bobby Campbell Stadium. I thought it was the Bobby Charlton Stadium one time. I thought, oh, no. So I saw them working hard. Carlo Torre, in the group as well. That was nice to see. What else was there? This thing on Fabrizio Romano and Sven Nypan. This is a massive... this 18-year-old we signed from Norway, which everybody seemed to wanted. This is a massive because let's say Man City this could be the European Franco Mascherani in the sense of a top talent on the market, a good price, and in case. But we really like it. So he's really praising this young lad. So we need to get on board a bit more about this young guy and get more information. Kyle Walker. Kyle, what the hell are you saying now, mate? For instance, listen, we support you as a Man City fan, but the fact is, mate, you're not doing yourselves any favours. I know you probably, you do like to chat, and we have support, and you've said this on more than one occasion, and you like to voice your opinion, and that's fine. But the fact is, now you're actually kind of like ruining your legacy. You will always the mere fact that what's it called? I'm staying the Leonardo Capriano thing. You've been a great right back for us, one of the best in the history of the Prem. You've been I love you, Kyle, but you do say stupid things, and the latest thing is regardless, and you have your say, I have my say. I'll probably give up one of my Premier League titles, not the first, to have won not the first one, to have won the Europa League with Tottenham. I know what it means. I'll probably give my second. It's hard to give one away, but for what moment it meant to the Spurs squad. Now I know you've got affiliation with Spurs, and you used to play for Spurs, but for instance, and maybe you're eyeing a return to Spurs. But saying things like that is just, come on. For instance, you know how hard it is, or hard it took to us to go to win a Premier League title. Even though the media think we all buy it and it's so easy and la la la, it goes to do something like that. It's just, you need to stop. I wish you good luck in wherever you're gonna go, but stop. And don't say things like that. Again, it just doesn't, it doesn't, doesn't resonate with me very well. And again, for instance, I wish you luck for your future. You and what's it called, Jack Grealish, etc. For instance, and Calvin Phillips, etc. But and football players move on, but you need to go on with a smile and don't say things which would upset fan bases, because again, it's not nice. It's like you know how, as a captain, how hard it was to win any of those Premier League titles, and I understand your affiliation to Spurs and what it meant to Spurs, but they did have a bit of an easier way in to win this title, this European trophy. It wasn't the hardest, and who were they playing the goddamn final, for Christ's sake, So but a Premier League title is over a damn season, and it's a lot harder than they win that European thing. The BBC seem to have got kind of their wires crossed for a shock there, calling the Florian Wirtz transfer. It appears that, for instance, they're saying, it's only £100 million, where Man City spent £310 million. What's it got on 3 players? With that, what's it got? Everybody was saying 116, could go up to 120 plus, or etc. with add-ons. Bayern Munich has come out and said we could not compete with Liverpool's weekly wage offer for Bayern Munich. So that's what Liverpool's weekly wage for Florian Wirtz. So but according to the BBC, Man City has spent more money than Liverpool. I don't think so. And it is 116 million, 100 million up front. So but Liverpool got no money by the sounds of it. But 3 players in, expected. Anyway, so again, what's the goal? What was interesting? So I was listening to Talking City on Manchester Evening News podcast, and for instance, that was interesting yesterday, and they were actually saying, which was quite interesting as well, about Kevin De Bruyne, Florian Wirtz, and compared to Kevin De Bruyne, and he did say that I thought was interesting, that if Man City would have pursued Florian Wirtz and Florian Wirtz came to Manchester City, and not only would he be the world's the biggest expensive player, so he would overlap the Jack Grealish, so Florian 116 million Wirtz, and everybody would be saying to him, is he the direct replacement to Kevin De Bruyne, and it will always be linked with Kevin De Bruyne, and so whatever he does, he'll be a massive boulder on his neck, weighing him down, saying, and everybody be comparing him to Kevin De Bruyne. Now, I think he's a very, very good, talented player. I think Liverpool have got a very good player on their hands, and how he's going to fit in the squad, is he going to upset old Salah? But we will see. Also the price, how much he's going to get paid, Liverpool's wage structure. But we'll see. But it was interesting to see that, for instance, that going this way, where Man City have gone, is a lot more smarter than going for this this guy here, for one guy again. So I honestly, and he gave the Man City transfer window 9 out of 10. Again, Don Hutchinson, and so And again, I listened to the 12th man, and I listened to a few more podcasts, and they all complain about Man City's transfer window, how great it is. And there's only one person said anything different, or a couple of people, Matt, Don Hutchinson, and whatever, Stevie Nicol, and and Matt Dawson, whatever you call him, saying the transfer window was sporadic and underwhelming. So yeah, again, you've got to. This is why I'm going to keep coming and hammering back at the media, because quite honestly, for instance, until Man City get a fair crack at the whip from the media, then the British media, I'm gonna hit back at you. I'm gonna call you out. I think that's it. I think I'll leave it there. Big up to City again for what's it called, getting an agreement with the City Matters, and see how far we go with that one. Again, start of the Club World Cup. Looking forward to it. Chelsea against Atletico. Yeah, looking forward to Wednesday. Manchester City against Wydad. Yeah, see who's played, who's not. Got a great squad at the moment. Really, see, for instance, we got different variations of listening to typical City, and he said we could play this way, we could play that way. El Nobbin's really excited when he was talking about it. LB, for instance, and yeah. So, for instance, and it's great, and I'm really looking forward to the new season, this Club World Cup, in the new season. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it there. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. So, for instance, and yeah, so sorry, Cat from Thailand. I'll speak to you tomorrow.